Deep within the human psyche, stories resonate. They echo with primal fears and ancient wisdom. Few tales hold such enduring power as that of Little Red Riding Hood. Passed down through generations, it's a story we think we know. A young girl, a basket of treats, a wolf in the woods, and a grandmother in peril. Yet, like the forest itself, this seemingly simple story holds hidden depths waiting to be explored. Imagine a time before electricity, when the night truly belonged to the unknown, when the whispering woods held both wonder and genuine danger. In this world, the story of Little Red Riding Hood wasn't just a children's tale. It was a cautionary warning, a reminder that danger often wears a friendly face. The story exists in countless variations, each culture adding its own flavor and interpretation. But the core elements remain constant: a journey, a deception, and a confrontation with our deepest fears. Join me, if you will, as we venture into the dark heart of this timeless tale. Let us peel back the layers and uncover the secrets that have captivated audiences for centuries. The story begins innocently enough. A young girl, known for her crimson-hooded cloak, sets off to deliver food to her ailing grandmother. Her mother warns her to stay on the path, a clear directive hinting at the dangers lurking beyond the well-trodden way. The woods, a place of both beauty and danger, become the setting for our tale. Enter the wolf. A cunning predator, he embodies the dangers that lurk in the shadows. He is charming, persuasive, and utterly ruthless. He tricks Little Red Riding Hood, leading her astray with promises of wildflowers and shortcuts. The young girl, naive and trusting, falls prey to his deception. The tension builds as the wolf reaches the grandmother's house first. He devours the old woman, assumes her identity, and patiently awaits his next victim. Little Red Riding Hood, oblivious to the danger, enters the seemingly safe haven of her grandmother's cottage. What follows is a chilling dialogue, full of unsettling clues that heightens the suspense. "My, what big eyes you have," observes the unsuspecting girl. "All the better to see you with," replies the wolf, his voice disguised but his intentions clear. The tension culminates in a terrifying climax as the wolf reveals his true nature and devours Little Red Riding Hood, seemingly ending her journey in tragedy. But the story doesn't end there. Like all good fairy tales, Little Red Riding Hood is steeped in symbolism and open to interpretation. Some scholars see it as a cautionary tale about the dangers of disobeying one's parents, of straying from the beaten path, both literally and metaphorically. Psychoanalysts like to delve into the story's darker recesses, interpreting it through the lens of Freudian theory. They see the wolf as a representation of primal desires, the woods a symbol of the untamed subconscious, and Little Red Riding Hood's journey as a metaphor for the transition to adulthood and its inherent dangers. Others propose that the story is an allegory for societal anxieties. The wolf could represent the fear of the unknown, of the outsider, lurking at the edges of civilization. Little Red Riding Hood, then, becomes a symbol of innocence lost, a victim of the harsh realities of the world. Intriguingly, there are real-world parallels that may have inspired elements of the story. Wolves, once widespread throughout Europe, were a genuine threat. Attacks on humans, though rare, were not unheard of, and stories of their cunning and ferocity would have been common around hearths and campfires. The color red, so closely associated with Little Red Riding Hood, also holds significance. In some cultures, red is associated with blood, danger, and the supernatural. It's possible that the Red Hood served as a warning, a beacon that attracted both attention and danger. Some scholars even point to ancient pagan rituals involving animal skins and masks as a possible influence. These rituals, often associated with transformation and the cycle of life and death, could have contributed to the story's themes of deception and metamorphosis. But perhaps the most enduring aspect of Little Red Riding Hood is its exploration of human nature. The wolf is not merely an external threat, he represents the darkness that resides within us all. The potential for cruelty, the allure of deception, the capacity for violence, these are all part of the human experience. Little Red Riding Hood, in her innocence and vulnerability, reminds us of the importance of vigilance. The story teaches us to be wary of strangers, to trust our instincts, and to recognize that appearances can be deceiving. It's a lesson as relevant today as it was centuries ago. The beauty of Little Red Riding Hood lies in its simplicity. It's a story that can be enjoyed on multiple levels. Children are captivated by the adventure and the inherent danger. Adults find themselves pondering its deeper meanings and hidden messages. Over the centuries, the story has been adapted and reimagined countless times. From operas and ballets to films and video games, Little Red Riding Hood continues to capture the imagination. Each retelling adds a new layer of meaning, reflecting the anxieties and preoccupations of its time. As we emerge from the shadowy woods of Little Red Riding Hood, we are left with a profound sense of the story's enduring power. It's a tale that has survived and thrived because it speaks to something fundamental about the human condition. Our fear of the unknown, our capacity for both good and evil, and our endless fascination with the stories that help us make sense of the world around us. So, the next time you find yourself walking through the woods, real or imagined, remember Little Red Riding Hood. Remember the wolf that lurks within and the lessons learned in the shadows. And above all, remember the power of stories to both warn and inspire us, to connect us to the past, and to illuminate the path ahead.